And we are going to head back to Las Vegas to the Consumer Electronics Show, where Smart Money's Kelli Grant is standing by to tell us the latest on a lot of the new mobile commerce applications that a lot of consumers are going to be excited to hear about. Hey, Kelli, how's it going out there?
Pretty good. Pretty busy, as you can see behind me.
I'm sure. Well, you know, a lot of people are very intrigued with the ability to pay for a lot of things now, with the mobile devices that we have. Tell us what you're seeing out there and sort of what the latest in what consumers can expect as you're hearing coming out of CES.
Well, from the analysts that I've talked to kind of pre-show, they were expecting a lot of announcements that are going to come out in the next couple of days regarding phones that are enabled to basically allow you to pay with your phone. They're going to store the credit card information into the phone. You can kind of do the tap and pay, similar to what we've seen with Google Wallet. And already yesterday we saw Visa announce that it now has some partnerships with Samsung, LG, and BlackBerry, a whole roster of phones in there that are going to be enabled to work with Visa PayWave wherever that is accepted. So consumers can keep an eye out on that one. That's kind of the big thing coming out. We've also seen American Express is talking more about its new mobile payments option called Serve, and it basically lets you, if you're out with friends and family, send them money right from your phone, kind of similar to some of the offerings we've seen out there from PayPal and a few of the other options.
Do I have to buy a new phone for all of these things, or can I get away with using my iPhone for some of them?
Good point.
Well, eventually you will need to buy a new phone if you really want to do this. The thing for consumers to think about right now, though, is we are still seeing fairly limited number of phones. And then even just once you've got the phone, you're going to need to have the right credit card that pairs with this. So, you know, it's a Visa for that. If you've got Google Wallet, it's got to be a Citibank credit card right now or a prepaid card. And then you have to find a retailer that accepts this sort of tap and pay technology. And that's growing, but it's still not to the point where you could safely say, I'm going to bring my phone and leave my wallet at home.
Yeah, and I would imagine, just because we've been discussing it this show, and I've got Julia here about this idea of security online and using more of these devices with your credit card and retailers online, it must pose security issues for these producers who are trying to get this technology out there.
There are definitely some concerns. Obviously, if you get your phone is lost or stolen, you don't want anyone who picks it up to be able to take that and make some charges with that credit card. Most of the technology that we've seen so far, particularly Google Wallet, you're going to get a lot of alerts that'll pop up if your phone is used in a way that is not normal. You'll be getting alerts on your cell phone via email. And you'll be able to shut down and basically wipe clean any information that's on the phone pretty quickly. Similar to what you would do if you lost your credit card, you can call up very quickly and they will deactivate that card. You're not responsible for the charges.
Still feels like it's pretty early days for this technology. I don't know if I'm going to give up my credit cards yet.
You're not going to get the scissors out after the segment?
It is still very early.
And are there any companies that seem to be at the forefront of this that people should be looking out for if they're really anxious to really get this when it's available?
Well, I think we're seeing it's kind of piecemeal right now, expecting that Google will have a couple more partners coming out at the show here. We see now Visa has a couple, and it's still, that's something else for consumers to think about, is it's still a lot of different options that are coming out there. So you really don't want to buy a phone specifically for this option. You still want to be looking at, what's the best carrier, what's the phone that has the features that you want on it, because at some point this is going to have to merge.